Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the video. As promised, we're going to get into parasites, but first let me say thank you to all my friends and followers. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Miss Nikki, for a lot of information on natural healing. Um, Peace to the queens and the gods and the goddesses. Ashe, 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 Ashe. I'm so happy that you are taking the necessary steps to heal yourself. It's wonderful to have knowledge. Peace to our ancestors. Peace to the gods, the God of creation, the God of nature. Peace to the sun God. Peace and love and light. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter. As long as you have love for yourself and you want to elevate yourself and you want to cleanse your body and you want to cleanse your mind and you want to be free, this is the first step. And I'm so very proud of you. And we're going to get into this video. I'm just setting the mood here. Got some Janae going on. I got my little Himalayan salt lamp, which is so good for you. It absorbs negative energy. It's so healing. It's peaceful. It's calm. I just love it. So let's get into the video. I'm not going to make this long, and hopefully this is going to help a lot of you. Okay, something that we have heard over time but we really didn't pay attention to, because the symptoms of parasites are very subtle. That means unless it's causing major havoc to your body, you don't know that they're there. Parasites can cause mild illness and parasites can cause major illness, and that's what we want to avoid. That's what we want to avoid here. So let's get into it. Be ready to take some notes. I won't take up all your time, but here we go. What is a parasite? A parasite is an organism inside of another organism. So in other words, it's a worm or a bug. It's an organism living inside of a body, a host, a carrier. Parasites can live in animals, they can live in pets, and they can live in us humans. There are many different types of parasites. There's worms, there's thread worms, there's hookworms, tapeworms, and there are fungi. And Candida is known, it is a fungi, it's a fungus parasite. Now, a lot of this stuff already lives inside of us because it helps protect us from sickness and illness, and it helps keep our body in balance. And so there is a ton of bacteria that live inside of our gut already. Candida lives inside of our gut normally. It becomes a problem and systemic when there is an overgrowth, okay? And not only Candida, I'm going to go over other parasites because I feel that that's important. So, parasites, what do? They feed on the food in your body. Well, let's go back. Let's go back. How do we get parasites? How? It's very simple. It's estimated that 90% of the world's population has parasites. We might as well go ahead and narrow that down and just say everybody has parasites, myself included, okay? They're everywhere. Parasites are in the water. Parasites are in meat. Parasites can be in soil, in the ground. They can be transmitted by mosquitoes, and they can be transmitted from human to human, which we're going to get into. Okay, so what do parasites do? They feed on the sugar in your body. This is why I made that post last night. I'm going to take a drink of chlorophyll, y'all. Chlorophyll is so good for you. That's something else I'll post at a later date. But how do we get parasites, and what do? They feed on the nutrients in our bodies. So as soon as you eat that salad, as soon as you eat that shrimp and that crab and that pasta and that rice and that steak, parasites are eating it before it has a chance to digest. So that can cause a problem in of itself, being that you will be depleted of nutrition. If they're eating all your food, how are you going to get the nutrition from that food? Once your food is digested, then the nutrients they go from your spleen and to your heart, and from your heart to your lungs and your liver and your kidney, and then all of the other organs, your yin and your yang organs as well. So everything is affected. Everything is affected. Okay? So let's be clear. How do we get parasites? Undercooked meat. When you eat that medium rare steak, which is not a good idea. You know, a lot of people love it. I don't see how. But I would not do the undercooked meat because 9 times out of 10 it has parasites, okay? Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can bite you. If they are infected with malaria, you will get malaria. Isn't it odd how they compare COVID to malaria? But I digress. Walking barefoot on contaminated soil. You know, it's good to walk barefoot sometime for grounding, but it's not always good to walk barefoot in places that may have a lot of pet traffic. You know, there's a lot of feces and stuff on the ground. And this stuff is a breeding ground for bacteria and parasites and fungi. So unless you're walking around barefoot in your house or in your yard or something like that where you know there's no pets or something like that, I would not even walk barefoot on the beach or anything like that. But, you know, it has been known that parasites can absorb through your skin. Okay, and then that leads to the other parasites that are affected on your skin, like scabies, lice, ticks, fleas. Did you know that you could get bit by a tick and you can get Lyme disease? Yeah, you can get Lyme disease. Lyme disease is a very complicated illness, and it's very hard to diagnose and it's very hard to treat. And there's a lot of tests that have to be run because doctors don't really know, you know, how to diagnose Lyme disease. Technology has gotten far advanced, so I'm sure they have, you know, blood work that can detect Lyme disease, but it's a very awful disease. And also, parasites, they can spread through your whole body. They can spread from organ to organ. They can spread to your liver, your lungs, your brain, your gut, your kidneys. And this is when it becomes a problem because now your organs are at risk for not functioning properly. So you don't want a systemic parasitic overgrowth that spills into your bloodstream, and you could be deathly sick at that point. A lot of illnesses and disease are caused by parasites that go unchecked. And these are the things that doctors can't figure out what's wrong with you because there's no standard test for parasites unless you get a colonoscopy or something like that. And then a lot of them are so microscopic, they're missed. But, you know, this is informational, and it's not a substitute for medical advice. So I encourage you to talk with your licensed medical practitioner if you have, you know, some serious issues going on with candida or other parasitic infections. Okay, so I just want to say, you know, my son, when he was a baby, he had parasites, and I noticed them, you know, when I was changing his diaper, he had them in his bottom. And I actually physically seen them, and that's the first time I ever seen worms or anything like that. You know, dogs can get worms because you see them, and dogs have to be dewormed on a regular. So think about that. If dogs have to be dewormed, and cats and animals have to be dewormed on a regular, we're a host as well. We have to be dewormed on a regular. This is a a thing that should be done every 3 to 6 months. You should always cleanse, not just detox, because detox is removing the toxins out of your body. It's removing heavy metals. It's removing, elements. It's removing carbon monoxide. It's removing those types of things. But this is a whole different. This is a whole different subject here, and it's very important. This is why you crave sugar. Why do you crave sugar? Because parasites feed on sucrose. So the things that they love meat, they love rice, they love pasta, they love bread, cookies, pie, cakes, honey buns, candy bars, M&Ms. They love ice cream. That's what they feed on. Okay, this is why you always want sweets, because your parasites are craving them. You ever just sit there sometime and you can be minding your own business. You can be chilling, watching TV, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I want something sweet. That's not you, honey. That's those parasites. And you talking, sending signals to your brain because they are hungry and they're ready for some sugar. So that Pepsi, that Coke, that Mountain Dew, that Crush, that Fanta, that Sundrop, they waiting on you to put that in your body so they can have at it, because they have to eat too. And not only are worms and bugs in your body, but they also lay their eggs, and the eggs hatch. And it's just, it gets out of control. Okay. So, did I mention that you could get parasites? Well, let me just mention this. If y'all out there eating people's groceries, you can get parasites, because parasites, I'm being serious, parasites live in the intestine. So it's coming down and it's coming out, and that's one of the symptoms of parasites is itching around your anus, is itching around your bottom. Just like a dog, you see a dog scraping his behind on the grass because he has worms. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So y'all might want to deworm them lips if you're doing that kind of activity. In all seriousness, it is very true. Even with mouth-to-mouth kissing and things like that, you can transfer so much. Your mouth holds so much bacteria and bugs, and if you seen what was on your tongue under a microscope, you might be just repulsed. But so yeah, these are the things that parasites do. This is how you get parasites. And this is how parasites act. So the symptoms of parasites: diarrhea, stomach cramps, brain fog, tiredness, weight loss. You're losing weight because the parasites are eating all your food. So you have no nutrition to sustain your body. They're eating it all. If they're eating it all, you are going to lose weight. Unexplained weight loss. That's what it's called. If you find yourself just tired and you just, no matter what you do, you can drink coffee, Pepsi. Oh, and parasites love coffee because they love acidic foods. That's another thing. They love acidic foods, and the more acid you eat and the more acid you create in the environment in your body, the better they're gonna love living there. Dr. Sebi said that disease cannot live in an alkaline body, and it's true. Even though your body can't be too alkaline, because that creates another set of problems. But parasites love acidic foods. So the first thing that you need to do is go on an alkaline diet. Go on an alkaline diet. Alkaline, raise that pH in your body. Raise that pH. That is very important. Simple: baking soda and lemon juice. If you have high blood pressure, straight lemon juice or lime juice. This will begin to increase your pH. Or just drink some highly alkaline water. I drink alkaline water of a 10 pH. My pH is probably about an 8 or a 9. It's somewhere in that area. I keep my body alkaline all the time because I understand the biological components of healing. Your body cannot heal in an acidic environment. Okay, so we want to do that. So weakness, weakness is they making you weak. You have something else. You have something else living in your body. It's not normal. You're going to feel off. You're going to feel off balance. You're going to feel off kilter. You're going to know that something's wrong, but you don't quite know what it is and you can't quite put your finger on it. It's probably parasites. Okay, if you have never done a parasite cleanse in your entire life, you probably had worms when you were a kid, you know, and you probably have worms now. Okay, especially if you eat pork, and a lot of us eat pork. We do. We eat bacon and pork chops and pig feet, and pigs definitely have parasites and worms. So if you ever ate pork, you have worms, okay? So it's important to detox. So how do we get candida? A weak immune system. A lot of HIV/AIDS patients keep candida because their immune systems are weak. You know, an HIV or AIDS patient can have a candida infection that's out of control because of their immune system. There are other autoimmune disorders that can also you know, also host candida, but a weak immune system is definitely one. Antibiotics, the overuse of antibiotics, and we know that we love some antibiotics, okay? The thing about antibiotics is it kills the good bacteria as well as the bad bacteria. So there's an imbalance. You want a balance. You don't want too much good bacteria. You don't want too much bad bacteria. You have to have a balance. So antibiotics, we antibiotic everything. We think antibiotics clean us out. It's a myth. Okay, it's a myth. You cannot just take one antibiotic. You cannot just take 2 antibiotics and think that you're going to be clear and free of whatever is bothering you. For one, you know, you can't take an antibiotic for everything. Only take them when necessary. Okay, we take them for this, we take them for that, and then, you know, and then you're going back to the doctor because you got a yeast infection. You have candida. Okay, so another cause is diabetes. You know, diabetes, your sugar is already out of control. It's already out of whack. It's a perfect environment for parasites. Diabetes is a major factor. Hormonal imbalances, stress, and lack of proper rest. All these things cause an imbalance in your body, and it's just a breeding ground for these bacteria to get inside of you and live in your gut. It all starts in your gut. I'm a big advocate of healing your gut. That's why I'm drinking this chlorophyll. Chlorophyll's so good for the gut, and it also, you know, removes heavy metals and stuff like that. So, okay, so how do we get rid of parasites? How? Parasites are not easy to get rid of. They are not easy to get rid of. I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to take a while. Unless you do it this way, okay? Normally it takes 3 months to get rid of parasites. But if you hit them hard and you hit them fast and you hit them quick, you can get rid of them faster, okay? Yes, I do a parasite cleanse myself. I'm human. I drink water and I, you know, have taken antibiotics and things like that. So, you know, I'm not exempt. So my parasite cleanse, what I'm going to show you is what I do, okay? So I am embarking on a 30-day parasite cleanse, and I'm starting tomorrow. And so what I have done is I have purchased some papaya juice. Can you see that? Papaya. Papaya has a component called pepine, and it's in the fruit and it's in the leaves, and parasites hate pepine, okay? You can buy the fruit, you can get pepine leaves, you can drink papaya leaf tea. I prefer to drink the juice because it's so good, and this is not concentrated and it is organic. I try to drink all my juices organic and not from concentrate because it's not processed, it's from pure juice. This is actually a blend of papaya and apple juice. So I will probably take a cup per day while I'm on this regimen. Okay, then the second thing you want to take is cloves. As you can see, I use a lot of cloves. I use this in my elderberry syrup. I use this in a few other things that I can't mention, but I do use cloves a lot. Cloves are a great antibiotic, antimicrobial, antifungal. Cloves are so very good. You know, the only time we used to see cloves was on a ham. And you know why they put cloves on a ham? It wasn't for looks. It was to kill the parasites. See, that's something y'all didn't know. So what you can do is you can put this on your food. I mean, that cloves, they smell good, but whew, they're very pungent and they're very strong. I just add a little bit to some water and I can drink it straight, or you can add honey or whatever you want. But again, I wouldn't do too much honey if I'm trying to do a parasite cleanse because honey is sugar. Okay, so cloves, y'all. Another thing is garlic oil. Garlic. Okay, garlic is so good for so many things. I don't personally use garlic a lot. I may use it from time to time for my own personal reasons, but a lot of people swear by garlic. It is good. I'll just leave it at that, but parasites do not like garlic. I don't think anything likes garlic, but this is garlic oil, and this is for a client. So garlic oil, if you don't want to bite into a fresh clove of garlic and have it burn and all that going down, then you want to get some garlic tablets. Garlic oil is really good, you guys. Okay, and then dun, da, 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 this is Miss Nikki's special herbal blend. My herbal blend can kill parasites within a matter of days. These are all handcrafted, handmade, capsuled by yours truly, and they consist of 6 different herbs that kill every last parasite known to man. Okay? I can't give you all the ingredients. I can't give you all of the ingredients because you're going to have to go to my website and purchase these. It comes in packages of 20 or 30, and you only take one a day. So you can take one of these a day with another one of your parasite protocol cleansing selections and add this to it, and your parasites, poof, will be gone. Okay, so I'm going to leave the link to my website at the bottom of this video, and I hope you guys all go to my website and see some of the other wonderful products that I have available. But yes, Miss Nikki's Parasite Cleanse. I'm going to put labels on this, and I will upload it to my website tonight. I have a late night, y'all, but I'm blessed. I'm not complaining, you know. So this is what I do, and I love it, and I love all of you, and I thank you for watching this video. I thank you guys for supporting me. I thank you for interacting with me on Facebook. I just love y'all. I feel the energy that you give, and it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about us. You know, in times like these, we need healing. We need nature. We need love. We need harmony. We need to bring our bodies back in harmony. We've been causing too much damage to our bodies. We've been causing too much damage to the planet. It's time that we rebalance ourselves and get serious about our health, because, you know, this is the only way that we are going to be able to live divinely. And the divine does reside in us. So, you know, it's a return of the gods, a return of the goddesses. You get back to your rightful place. You have to rid yourself of the things that are hindering you. And I wish all of you peace, love, light, healing, joy, blessings, prosperity, abundance, and everything else. And I will be dropping more videos as I have time. But you know, I always dropping them jewels on Facebook. So I love y'all. Peace. And until next time, be blessed.